the lug nuts and take the wheel off. Let's go ahead and loosen the nut on the upper ball joint, but don't remove it completely. You can go ahead and unthread it to the point where the nut itself is flush with the ball joint stud. Let's go ahead and break that free. I'm going to go ahead and do the same for the rearward mounted bolt. I'm going to put a 15mm wrench on the bolt head while we go ahead and remove the nut. At this point here, we're going to go ahead and use a jack to go ahead and support the knuckle and the brake system. We have the nut removed or loosened from the ball joint. We're now going to go ahead and strike the knuckle to separate the upper control arm. We're now going to go ahead and raise the knuckle a little bit. Carefully release the pry bar. You can go ahead and lower the jack just a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and use a brake hook here, a caliper hanger, whatever you want to call it. And the reason for that, I want to go ahead and somehow try and support this knuckle from falling too far away. Go ahead, pull the bolts out for your control arm. Go ahead and try and get that upper bolt started. Might take a little bit of wiggling and jiggling, but you'll get it in. Get that bolt pushed through. Get the back nut started. Do the same for the front. All right, so we're now going to go ahead and line up that unit here. Going to get the washer on and the castle nut. You're going to want to pay attention to the hole in the ball joint stud there, because we're going to have to put a cotter pin in that. I'm going to go ahead and torque this down to 55 foot-pounds. And make sure we have room to get that cotter pin in. We'll feed that through. Then we'll use a pair of pliers or cutters here. Grab that, bend it over, and we'll snip off the excess. Go ahead and torque the upper control arm bolts to 80 foot-pounds. I'm going to go ahead and install the wheel well liner here. I'll go ahead and line up the buttons for the liner and get these installed around the perimeter. Go ahead and get that wheel installed. Get some of those lug nuts started by hand. Go ahead and snug these down. Torque range is 85 foot-pounds to 115. We're going to actually torque these to 100 foot-pounds. Do this in a crisscross pattern.